Good morning. Thank you for joining me here today. My name is Donald Fish, and I'll be speaking to you about Starbucks Corporation. In front of you on your desks, you'll find a packet of information, including my final formal report recommending that we invest $50,000 in this company. But first, let me give you a little background on who Starbucks is and where they came from. Starbucks was founded in 1971 in Pike Place Market, Seattle, Washington. But it wasn't until 1987, when purchased by Howard Schultz, that the company was transformed into the coffee shop we know today. In 1992, Starbucks initiated their initial public offering, where they were able to raise the funds necessary to launch a massive expansion across the country and around the world. To date, Starbucks is located in 55 countries with more than 17,000 locations globally. Now, Starbucks was a strong company from the beginning, with exponential growth since their IPO. But the economic crisis of 2007 quickly began to show its effects. If you look at figure 1 in the appendix, you'll see that in October 2006, the stock price was up around $38 per share. But by August 2007, had quickly fallen to $26.31. And by July 8th of 2008 had plummeted to $7.83. In the midst of all this, though, Howard Schultz comes back into the CEO position, which he had left 8 years prior. And with all the changes that he implemented, it was in the late summer of 2008 that these changes finally began to take hold, and the company finally started to return to some sort of profitability. By late of 2008, the stock price started to go back up, and it continues to do so to this day. This past Friday, the stock closed at $36.20 a share. That is an increase of 362% in less than 3 years. Additionally, according to Reuters, last year Starbucks released its first dividend to shareholders and will continue to pay 13 cents per share per quarter to its shareholders going forward. In addition to their financial success, Starbucks has been built on sound business practices. And as we have seen in the Evergreen Project and the 4+2 formula, it is these basic principles of business that truly create success. From the primary management principles of strategy and execution, culture and structure, and 2 of the 4 secondary principles of talent, innovation, leadership, and mergers and partnerships. Starbucks, while excelling at all of these areas, is an exemplary model of the 4+2 program, but excels at culture and innovation. And I will talk to you about those today and how Starbucks makes those happen. With culture, everyone who works at Starbucks, from 20 hours a week and up, receives full benefits, bonuses, if applicable, health benefits, eye, dental, adoption services. They're eligible for 401k savings. They're eligible for the Beanstalk program, which is an option to purchase program, as well as a stock equity rewards program. For Starbucks, sharing the wealth of their prosperity leads to more dedicated employees who make decisions for the good of the company, who create stronger customer relationships, and are more efficient in their daily tasks. As for innovation, we have companies like Apple who created a product like the iPod and have created an impeccable brand image around that product. In the same token, Starbucks in 1995 released a drink called the Frappuccino. It is a blended coffee beverage, much like a milkshake, but tastes like coffee and has coffee in it. This brand of Frappuccino has become synonymous with the Starbucks name and has continued to be a strong revenue source for the company. The Seattle Times reported last year that of the 9% increase in same-store sales, 2% was because of Frappuccino sales. Now, just 2 years ago, in 2009, Starbucks released a new product called Via Instant Coffee. This was another game-changing product for Starbucks. According to Claire Miller in the March 13th issue of the New York Times, Via had in excess of $200 million worth of sales in 2010. In an interview with Howard Schultz, Dan DeLong of the USA Today shares that Howard Schultz has exciting plans for Via and the Via product going forward, with plans to expand the product idea into grocery items in the snack and health food arena, as well as coffee-related products in the grocery store. Starbucks has a strong current financial position, and they have a solid foundation in core management practices, and they have had a historically solid return on investment, especially in the past 3 years. Starbucks is an incredible investment opportunity. If we look at the data in the appendix again, we see that in the 2-week period where I monitored their stock prices from March 21st through April 4th of this year, Starbucks experienced a 3.6% increase in that 2-week period. Also, with Via entering their 3rd year on the market and this strong potential for this brand to explode with new products and a new venue for Starbucks brand to exist, shows just extremely promising results going forward for this company. When we look at the Evergreen Project and the Harvard Business Review authors of What Really Works, companies that focus on strategy and execution and culture and structure, as well as talent and innovation and leadership and mergers and partnerships, create success. Starbucks has done these things, and Starbucks will prove to show success. Starbucks has been committed to these principles for many of them since day one, especially culture. I feel confident investing $50,000 in this company, and you should as well. I appreciate the time that you've given me today. I hope that you make your final decision carefully and diligently, and I trust that you will. I am so grateful for the opportunity to strengthen my speaking and writing skills. In my daily job, I lead many meetings and write many emails, but it is through these assignments that I've truly been able to look deeper into what I do in my job and to find some areas where I can improve how I lead meetings and how I communicate with others. I just want to thank you all for your time here today, and have a wonderful day.